Marlin Dean commits to Georgia. Dean Legge, Matt DeBerry, Dog Post making you a smarter Georgia fan. Matt, a tall kid for Georgia to play on the defensive line coming up here in the future.
Yeah, this is the third commitment for Georgia in the 21 class. Marlin Dean is a kid who had a really good junior season. Started blowing up with some offers in January. Georgia offered, I believe it was the weekend of the 18th. And if you're a Dog Post member or watched my video from earlier this week on defensive targets, you knew that this is a guy who had Georgia very high on his list. He came out with the top 10 actually yesterday. One of the 10 schools listed was not Georgia, but his picture in the tweet had on a Bulldog jersey. So that was kind of something that seemed odd at first because we knew that he was very high on Georgia. Now we kind of know why he did that. But solid up and coming lineman. He's got good size on him, still has room to add more weight and muscle, but he does have some good height to him. And again, he's a guy that I think the staff was very high on when they offered him. He picked up a bunch of other offers since then, took multiple visits, but at the end of the day, we knew Georgia was going to be tough to beat for the local Elbert County product, and they were the team that he chose this morning. So I believe he told the staff probably a few days ago, obviously, but he made it public this morning to everyone.
So Georgia continues its recruiting tear. Obviously, for people listening, not from the state, Elbert County is only about, at most, 40 minutes from where Georgia plays football. Matt, quickly here, last year they signed 3 defensive linemen. The year before that they signed 3 or 4, however you want to consider those guys. They do need to get a couple guys this year. This is the first one of these. How many more do you think they'll get?
I'd say probably 3, maybe 4. I think they do want to add more depth on the defensive line in this class. I think it's going to be defensive heavy anyway, but definitely a spot where Kirby likes to rotate guys. He wants to get young guys in, keep them fresh. So that means adding depth and quality depth at that. If you're going to play a lot of guys, they all should be able to play and make an impact. So Dean is just one of many defensive linemen that I think Georgia's going to sign in this class. In-state kid, a guy that I think Coach Scott is happy with to bring in. Still plenty of other options out there on the defensive line, but I'm expecting Trey Scott and Kirby Smart to bring in another very good class along the defensive line. I think this commitment right now from Marlin Dean's a good start.
We're going to get you ready for the 2020 season. Click up there. There's a playlist for you real quick. You will know all you need to know about the 2020 Dogs.